Hey everyone! Today I'm doing my long overdue book review. Now, I don't know if I'd call this book review as much as book suggestions. I'm going to try not to review so much as just give you some titles of books that I've enjoyed recently and some series that I've enjoyed tremendously over the years or months. You will notice as you watch a lot of these that I really am a fan of series books, whether they're mystery series or paranormal series, because I really like to get to know the characters. I hate reading a standalone book and then you wonder, what happened? I love sequels. So, in no particular order, I have stuff all over the place. I have books piled here, books in a book bag. I want to show you, at the end of the year, I volunteer in my son's elementary school library. I work once a week in the library for a 2-hour shift. And at the end of the year, the head librarian always has a little cocktail party, and she handed out this little bag. Isn't this cute? So, which is very helpful, because I usually take a lot of books back to the library and then take a bunch back home after each visit. So, anyway, okay, so here we go. This combines two of my loves, mystery series and dogs. I can't remember if I've mentioned this series before, so if I have, I'm sorry, but I really do enjoy it. The author is David Rosenfelt, and the first one in the series is called Open and Shut, and basically it's about a guy who's a lawyer who has a golden retriever who is the greatest love of his life, and he solves mysteries through some interesting cases that he has. They're humorous, they're not deep, dark, heavy books, they're very fun, and I'm just going to read the first paragraph on the back. It kind of gives you the tone. There's nothing like a golden retriever. I know, it's a big planet with a lot of wonderful things, but golden retrievers are the absolute best. Mine is named Tara. The only problem she has ever caused is that I spend so much time with her in the mornings that I'm almost invariably late for work. So if you love dogs and you love mysteries, you're going to love this book, this series. The first one, like I said, is Open and Shut. There are quite a few more. And usually there's a different dog. He always has, his golden retriever is always in it, but there's always a dog involved somehow in his cases, and it's usually a different breed every time. So, fun read. And don't worry, I'll list them all in the description box. I'm trying to stick with my mysteries. I think that might be it. Okay, now on to paranormal. I love paranormal. Love it. It's not healthy. I'm perfectly aware of it. Won't get into the... Do you hear that? My game room is right over this room, and apparently my son is not only playing video games, he is reenacting them as he plays, which I guess is good, then he's not sedentary. Okay, so I love quite a few paranormal series, and here's a brief sampling, and we all know that it won't be brief. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I can never get to the point. So an author I really enjoy is Patricia Briggs. She has several series that I read. This one is the Alpha and Omega series, which most of her books are about werewolves and shapeshifters. So there's also another series, the Mercy Thompson novels. That's it. Mercy Thompson novels are my favorite series, and then this one is kind of an offshoot, I think, if I remember correctly. An Alpha and Omega series is more focusing on the werewolf part of the story. So if you like werewolves, shapeshifters, this one's good. It's also been recommended by Charlaine Harris, who wrote the True Blood series. Love them. So I like the Mercy Thompson series more than this one, but I like this one too. So if you like werewolves, and they're set in, I think, Washington or Oregon, somewhere in the Northwest. So interesting settings as well. Yay for that one. Next series, this one's about vampires. Lynsay Sands, many of you, I'm sure, have read her books. I don't know where this one falls into the category of, she has A Quick Bite, A Bite to Remember, and about a million other ones. The series features a family, the Argeneau family. It's set in Canada. I believe it's Toronto, I don't know. Somewhere in Canada, and it's a family of vampires, and each of the stories focuses on a different member of the family. And again, they're kind of humorous. No, they're definitely humorous, and they're fun. These are good beach reads, poolside reads. So speaking of fun pool reads with vampires in them, This is another series. Fabulous. I just picked this up from the library yesterday. See, new book. MaryJanice Davidson. She writes the Undead series, and it features this really vapid, self-centered young woman who lives in Minneapolis and gets turned into a vampire, and then it follows her throughout this. It's ridiculously silly and funny. The first one is, I don't know if they do it in order. Undead and Undermined. Undead, they're all the undead and, like Undead and Undermined, Undead and Unfinished, Undead and Unwelcome, and so forth and so on. She's also written, no, this is it. This is the one. She's written some anthologies and a couple standalones, but the vampire series with Betsy is the main character. Yeah. So anyway, this is the newest one. Sorry, I got distracted. I just got this back from the library, and I have to finish what I'm reading before I jump on this one. But so, good one. Let's see if there are any more vampires in here. No, but I have one about werewolves again. This is the Kitty series. Kitties. This is one I just grabbed that I actually own. No, I don't own this one. This is the Kitty Norville series. Kitty Goes to War, Kitty's Big Trouble. There's a whole bunch of them. And it's about, she's a werewolf. She's a radio, what is she? I can't remember exactly. This series kind of jumps around. It's a pretty good series. It's not my all-time favorite series, but if you love werewolves, Carrie Vaughn writes a good werewolf story. And Kitty is the main character. And I just want to take a quick peek. I was pretty sure she's a radio DJ, but now her job has sort of morphed into a few other things. But the Kitty books are fun. Kitty Goes to Washington, Kitty's Holiday, Kitty's always getting into something. So werewolves, fun. And then lastly, a series that is mystery and paranormal, but a totally different kind, a little more, there's a little more meat, I should say, to this series. And the author is, okay, it's Irish, so I'm thinking at first glance that this is Seanan. It looks like it's Seanan, but I think it's Seanan McGuire. And she won an award for Best New Writer. I don't know who John Campbell is, but that's the award that she got. And the series is October Daye series. And actually Charlene Harris wrote another recommendation on this one, said, will surely appeal to readers who enjoy my books or those of Patricia Briggs. So, and this is about a paranormal investigator. Her name is October Daye. She is a paranormal private investigator, and she is half fae or fairy and half human, and she's a knight in a court of the fae, and she investigates things. That's about as far into that as I want to get. And the first one and this one is Rosemary and Rue. And this one I'm reading now is the fourth one, and the fifth one comes out in September. So I'm enjoying this. There's a lot to it. Very interesting. And it is set in San Francisco. I do enjoy getting to know different parts of the country through reading. And it's fun, since I went to San Francisco over winter break last year, I actually am recognizing a lot of the places that she references in her novels. So that's it. That's the pile of books. That's kind of what I've been up to this summer. Oh wait, I think there's more. Yes. One more mystery novel series. This has zero, well, there's a ghost that shows up in some of these books, but it's not really paranormal. The author's name is Sarah Graves, and the series is, I think it's called Home Repair is Homicide series. It's basically about a very rich New York woman who gets divorced from a very, very wealthy neurosurgeon, takes her teenage son and moves to the wilds of Maine, and restores an old Federalist home, 1806 or something like that. And small town life in Maine, which is fun to read about, and especially when it's 100 degrees here, I like to read about being cold somewhere else. And there's always a mystery, and the just kooky cast of characters. It's not really supposed to be humorous, but it's not deep. It's enough. It's just got enough weight to it that it's not frivolous. And the first book in that series, I'm looking at my list of books I checked out last month. I reread the first one. It's called The Dead Cat Bounce. And I lied. There is one more book series I want to mention. This should keep you busy for a while if you start reading any of these. This is just completely silly nonsense romance novel. It's a huge series that's incredibly complicated because it's like all these different families. It's time travel, it's romance, so paranormal, Scottish Highlands, the English. It's the author's name is Lynn Kurland, and she writes a bunch of books about people going back in time and falling in love with, you know, nobility from England or Scotland, and then they come back forward, or they come forward in time, whatever. I'm a sucker for that stuff. I love it. So all of her different novels follow a different character in all these interrelated families. There is actually a chart in the back of her books that show like who goes with whom, which book it was, which branch of the family. You need it. But the books themselves are pretty predictable, but they're fun. They're fun. Good, like I said, beach, poolside, long car trip if you can read in a car and you're not the one driving. Good book to read. And then I have another, is this everything? That's it. Yes. So the first and second book in the series I believe are out of print, but everything else is available through Kindle or in your library or Barnes & Noble or Amazon, whatever. So that is it. I will list all the books that I mentioned, the authors, the names of the series in the description box. I hope at least one of these books appeals to you, because if you do nothing else besides watch my videos, I hope you're reading a book. So, because a mind that's busy reading is a beautiful thing. That was so cheesy, but it is true. I really love books. So that's it. As always, I look forward to hearing from you and your suggestions for what you're reading, because I found some great books from you guys. So please comment below. Tell me what's on your nightstand, bedside table, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.